Hey, and it is a great day around here because we're going to teach you about something that you might not have been able to take advantage of yet, but you still have some time happening over at the State Historical Museum, Jackie.
Yeah, you guys are doing a lot of great things for summertime, but there's only a couple weeks left while we can still enjoy them.
Yeah, Jessica Rundlet is here from the State Historical Museum. A Blockbuster summer is going on. Also, Adam Van Wyck is here. We're going to introduce you to him and show you what he is known for, which is pretty darn cool here, too, I might add. But Jessica, tell us about what's going on.
We have 2 weeks left of our family fun and films every Saturday of our Blockbuster summer. We'll be celebrating Hollywood in the Heartland this Saturday, and we'll be celebrating the Iowa State Fair on Saturday, August 8th. We have free programming each of those days from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And this week we're really excited to have Adam Van Wyck at the museum teaching people about the storyboard work he has done on films like Despicable Me and Ice Age.
How about that? And how cool is that you had a chance to work on those kind of projects?
It's very cool. I love my job.
How did they find you, first of all?
Well, I went to school out in Los Angeles, and I started kind of getting work with the animation studios, and I did a comic strip for my student newspaper, and a guy who was working on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles already saw me through that, and his recommendation has probably gotten me every job I've ever had since then.
That's not bad, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
So where are you from originally then?
Pella, Iowa.
All right. So do you living out in LA now, or are you here back in Iowa?
I live in Des Moines.
Okay.
And thankfully my friends in the animation industry keep calling me and letting me work on these fun projects.
Oh,
That is
very
great.
cool. Now it's a pretty big project, as you were talking during the break. So what part of the project with these movies do you participate in?
I do the storyboarding part. So the very first thing is the script is written, and everybody gets that and they're all on the same page, but then they need a visual script. So I do the storyboard, which is kind of a comic book of the script, and everybody gets the storyboard. So people that need to build the characters and the cars and the towns that the minions are running around in, that everybody is kind of on the same page of, like, okay, when they invade, the Tower of London, they're going to need this prop and this secret entrance, and it's just another tool to keep everybody, because it's a huge production. Like, so many people all over the world are working on it, but if everybody can look at the storyboard, then they're like, okay, we're all on target, working on the same thing.
They're all on the same page, so to speak.
Yeah.
So how many storyboards would you make for, say, a Minion movie?
The Minion movie was kind of a unique situation because they like to try out different scenarios, and so I did several versions of the end. We were gonna, I don't know if you guys have seen the movie yet, but of course you want to end with a big action sequence, and one of the times it ended with a big musical number, and another time it ended with kind of a Braveheart kind of thing. And if you see the movie, you'll see, yet a different kind of ending. So I probably did, thousands of drawings, and
Can you draw the minions in your sleep now?
pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
Would it be something of this size, or how big is a drawing that you're making for a storyboard?
Well, this is for presentation, but an actual storyboard panel would probably be about that big.
So not too big.
Not too big, and you're just much like a comic book.
Right.
And for our purposes, the most important thing is kind of the emotion or the gag that's going into it.
How long does it take you to draw a minion? Can you draw a minion for us?
Sure.
Okay. Can you draw a minion with maybe Des Moines skyline in the background? Let's see what a minion looks like with Des Moines in the background.
Well, we can try that.
Okay.
So these are our main guys from the movie. This is Kevin, Bob, and Stuart. And Bob is our wide-eyed innocent one, so
Do they send you a description of what they should look like, or do you help develop what these guys look like, or how does that happen?
It kind of depends on the situation. In this case, the minions had appeared in the Despicable Me movies, so we already knew what they looked like and roughly what their personalities were. But
now, did you help put those together for Despicable Me too?
I did not. In animation, you have a lot of highly specialized artists, so there's people that all they do is character design, and there's people that all they do is you know, design vehicles, and usually I get some of that artwork before I have to start on something.
So your sketches are rough ideas of what a scene should be.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, you know, hundreds of very talented artists follow me up and make all my terrible scribbles look fantastic.
How fun is that? Now, you've also worked on another very popular movie, which is Ice Age, one I've seen many times. Is there a particular project that you had a great time doing or a memorable moment from?
They're all a lot of fun. The Ice Age ones, that makes me remember on the second one of those, the Meltdown, we did a scene where all these rocks collapsed between the characters and they had to kind of balance. It was like one of those wind chime kind of things. And so figuring that out, like how everything would pivot and the characters would be able to see each other was difficult, but it was also really satisfying, you know, to figure it out. And then when I saw the final film, and I'm like, wow, you know, of course, you know, all these other great artists made it look incredible. I'm like, yeah, you know, my wife called me and she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm playing with little rocks and trying to balance them. And so I had actually, you know, gotten some, you know, little rocks and was trying to balance that. And so it was great to, you know, kind of that research, you know, really paid off in a big way. So that was a really satisfying thing to see in the
something you were a part of, and you got to see the ending element and how it all came to be. That's pretty awesome.
Now, speaking of Despicable Me, you're going to be showing that, right?
Yeah, we will have a free showing of Despicable Me this Saturday at 1 p.m. in the auditorium at the State Historical Museum. We will also have self-guided tours of our exhibition Hollywood in the Heartland, and Adam will be giving a presentation from 11 a.m. to noon. So come on down to the museum and learn more about storyboarding. And
look, there you go. The Minions are invading downtown Des Moines. That is so cool.
That is very cool. How long does it take you to do like one storyboard?
It depends, like, you know, if there isn't too much going on in the panel, you know, about
the umbrella.
About about 6 minutes, but like, you know, sometimes, you know, like I was saying with that balance one, you know, your research you might work on for a week or two before you actually start doing your drawings. So it really varies a lot.
There you have it. Minions in Des Moines.
A lot of great things going on over at the State Historical Museum. Only a couple weeks left, though, part of the summer program. So remind everybody again what's going on these next couple of weeks.
This Saturday, we will be celebrating Hollywood in the Heartland from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And next week, August 8th, we'll be celebrating the Iowa State Fair. You can find more information at iowahistory.org/summer.
There you go. And absolutely free events for the entire family.
Admission and activities are free, and we also have free parking in the parking garage north of the building.
There you go.
So lots of stuff going on. Well, this is great. Wonderful. Thank you for being here, man.
Yeah, congratulations with everything. That's so fun.
Having a local involved with such big projects here. That is great to have that, and you guys are going to have a great time. Wonderful. Thank you for showing up. It is 7:52. We'll be right back. You're watching Great Day Live on KCWI.